Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited to say that we're going to be doing, as you've probably seen by the title, a pregnancy update. Even though I know it's not really a pregnancy update as it is the first time I'm talking about the pregnancy, I would just like to talk about how I've been feeling, how the first trimester went, how the second one's going so far, and how we're nearly already into the third trimester. So first of all, I'd like to start off saying that I'm currently 24 weeks and 5 days. My due date is the 2nd of July, and believe it or not, I've always wanted my baby to be born in like the summer, just so I thought it was like a perfect season of the year, because then it's not so close near Christmas. It's good to have your birthday mid-year, right? I have my little notepad here because I have been writing things down. So let's start off with the first trimester. The first trimester started off with, I knew I was pregnant straight away. It's just so weird, but honestly, I knew straight away. Even before my period was due or anything, I knew I was going to be pregnant. And it was even to the point that we knew we didn't have to take a test, because all the symptoms of like my boobs growing and just like bloatiness, and I don't know, it's just weird how you can, if like you're in connection with your body, you can detect like how your body's feeling different. Like, I'm a person I always try and listen to my body of what I need and what's good for me, and so I was in connection with my body and I knew something was different. So anyhow, we did of course take a test just to clarify, and of course we know here I am officially pregnant. And yeah, so moving on from that, I didn't have many symptoms like nausea or anything, and then we was going into like the 8th and 9th week. I was probably having a bit of nausea around then, but it wasn't to the point that I was sick, so that was good. I was just tired all the time. I would literally sleep everywhere. At work we have this chill out area and they have like sofas there and everything, and I can think back and like I would always eat my lunch as quick as possible and nap for the rest of the time. So yeah, tiredness was probably my main symptom. Apart from that, I was feeling okay, you know. And then we soon hit the second trimester, 12 weeks, and there it was going downhill a little bit because my nausea had increased, and I was actually at the point when I was being sick, like physically being sick. And it even went to one extent, which I remember was before New Year's Eve, that I had to even go to hospital because I was being sick that much that I couldn't even keep water down. So I was actually going dehydrated, which of course is a risk for the baby. So I ended up going to emergencies and they put me on a drip and some medication and stuff. Of course, everything's safe for the baby. When I got home as well, the sickness still continued, but not as intense. It's so funny how they say the sickness starts in the first trimester. It's not always like that. Just remember that every pregnancy can be completely different, and never compare your pregnancy to someone else, because what could happen to you could not happen to someone else, or could not be even as common. So just so you know, don't read the old wife tales because they're not true. And talking about the wife tales, I can actually remember that me and my sister, we tried to do them, and every single one that we did said I was going to have a girl, and I'm having a boy. I wish I actually got to film them because it was funny. It was just funny seeing the reaction that all of them was a girl. And at that point, I just had the feeling that I knew it was going to be a boy. And I can even remember when I announced it to my family, I told them that they were going to be having a baby boy this summer. And I didn't even know the gender then, honestly. I had no clue of the gender. I said to them, this summer we're going to be having a baby boy in the family, and look, that came true. I don't exactly believe that, you know, you actually know. I just think it's rather really pot of luck, but mine was on point. And then carrying more on into the second trimester, my energy is a lot better as well. I feel like more energetic. I'm back at the gym, I'm training. I don't train every day. Like I said, I always listen to my body, but even at some point I would try and push myself to at least do some like cardio or something, just, you know, to get the body moving and your metabolism moving as well. So yeah, normally like now I try to do like 4 to 5 days a week, and with that at the moment I'll probably do like 2 to 3 parts of the body groups like on each session. Like the other day I did like arms and back and then a bit of cardio, or sometimes I'll do like legs and arms again, and I'll do some swimming after. So it all just depends on how I'm feeling that day, but I always try and alternate and make sure that throughout the week I've trained like all parts of my body. Of course, exercises that are are, you know, good for the baby and not harming the baby when we're working out. And one main point as well is, if you are working out while you're pregnant, make sure you're controlling your breathing, and even if like you are pushing yourself a little bit, which you can do, but the main point is that you can at least speak. You know that you're at the point of you're using too much energy and you're out of breath when you can't even say a whole sentence without, you know, having to take a breath. So when you're at that point, you know you're not doing well and you need to slow down, because you can put the baby out of harm. But to be honest, there's even been days when I haven't even wanted to work out, but I've just pushed myself, and then after the workout I felt amazing. And even for any of you, if any of you are pregnant and you've never worked out before, don't be afraid to, because it's good for you, and it's actually something that's going to help you with birth and everything else. Here I am saying this and I've never had a baby, but that's what I've been told. No, but they do say exercise is good as well, and to keep the metabolism going, etc. So even if you haven't worked out before, definitely try it. Of course, start at a low pace and as a beginner, and never like try and set goals of like, you know, I'm gonna lift this weight today, because that's not the aim. The aim is to just do some light exercise, you know, be active. And yeah, cravings. I don't really have any cravings like that. I think of more what happens with me is if I see something, like, I don't know, if I'm walking on the street and I go past a restaurant, I'll be like, I want that. But if not, it's not really like I'm craving anything strange. And I think I normally satisfy them with like, because I always make sure throughout the day, like for example for my breakfast, I'll have some healthy pancakes and I'll put like peanut butter on the top and with some strawberries and stuff, so that's sweet, and it will sort of like keep my sweet cravings satisfied. And another point about me is I'm the biggest fan ever of peanut butter. I literally love peanut butter. Like I don't think I can live without peanut butter. So me having peanut butter and including it into something daily, of course in moderation, because it's a healthy fat, but when you go into over using the healthy fat, it doesn't consider as a healthy fat anymore. So yeah, having peanut butter on my breakfast, or sometimes if I'm more wanting a savory breakfast, I have like avocado on toast. Awesome as well, I love avocado. And then in the evening I'll have like a yogurt, as like, you know, a natural yogurt, and I'll put on there some peanut butter. So I always try to make sure I have peanut butter daily. That's when you know it's an addiction, but it's a good addiction. And if I was really to say a craving, I would probably say ice cream, and one in particular, which is Ben & Jerry's, which is my favorite ice cream. And guess what, it's the peanut butter flavor. Yes, but I don't have that as often because I know it's not as healthy for you. So I try and like have one every now and then, even though of course if I'm wanting something, I'm not going to stop myself from having something, because you know, the point isn't to be hungry here or to anything like that, but I don't like to, you know, overeat on eating bad foods. And my body type is the body type of, if I eat wrong, I can easily like retain liquids, and yeah, that's a whole other topic to talk about. But I can lose weight quickly, but then I can easily put on weight. So that's why I'm always like, know what's good for me, what's not good for me, which carbs are good, and I need to make sure I'm eating enough protein a day. And yeah, I think at the beginning I was probably lacking my intake of protein, but now there's even some days of what I track where I'm eating just to make sure I am having enough protein, as it is essential for the baby's growth. And now being nearly 25 weeks pregnant, I think I'm finding the hardest point is getting comfortable at night time, because I find if I'm laying on my side, then my ribs will start hurting. And of course they say, like, you know, it's not good to lay on your back, so you don't lay on your back for long, and then you change to the other side and your ribs start hurting on that side. So it's just like, what side do I lay off? But I finally just ordered, in fact yesterday, a pregnancy maternity pillow, so I'm hoping that will help. I know there's mixed reviews about them, but I thought, you know, there's no harm in trying them out. So yeah, hopefully that will arrive soon and we'll see how it goes. And then one of the main things that I've been asked is baby names. Do we have a baby name? We have a baby name, probably like 95%. Like for me, yeah, let's choose that name. And for my partner as well, I know deep down he is convinced and he wants that name too, but he's always like the type of person who's like, you know, maybe another option will pop up or just like this. But yeah, I'm quite certain that we're going to be sticking with that name. But I will be doing a gender. We've done a gender reveal video. Baby brain. We will be doing a name reveal on that as well, so that will be soon. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel because all these videos will be coming, and if you have any other ideas of anything that you'd like to see, just make sure you leave it in the comments below. Getting back onto topic, names. 95% chosen. Probably don't want to say but yeah, so stay tuned with that and you guys will find out very soon. And probably one more symptom that I could add on about my pregnancy is heart palpitations. I find I have these so much recently, and I'm at the point of like, you know, I'll just have to sit down, control my breathing, make sure there's like I'm relaxed in a good position, because I don't know why, it just comes like out of the blue, to be honest. And it's not like when I'm working out or anything, it could be when I'm just at home and I'm watching TV and all of a sudden I'll start getting heart palpitations, like my heart will start going really quick. And like on your phones nowadays, as everyone knows, you can get your heartbeat, and it's not actually to the point where it's over the top, it's just heart palpitations. But anyhow, I spoke to my doctor about it and she said that it's completely normal and everything, so I'm trying not to worry about that too much. I'll just try and change position and make sure, you know, it doesn't last too long, which they don't tend to last too long, so that's good. And they say now the baby's measuring about 30 centimeters. On my last, not my last appointment, the appointment before that, I think it was around like 22 weeks, he was weighing like 500 grams and 530 grams around there. And I had a scan this Monday, and on that scan as well, the baby's looking healthy, the placenta's all good, and myself, everything is looking good. All the measurements are on date as well, so he's at the right size, he's not too big, not too small. On that scan as well, they checked all his organs to make sure he had everything and everything was functioning well. And yeah, he's a completely healthy boy, and touch wood, hoping that it stays like that. Next week coming up, I have another 5D scan, and of course I'll be the 25 weeks then, and it's going to be amazing. If you guys haven't seen it already, look back on my channel and you'll be able to see the 4D scan I did when he was 17 weeks. And even though it was amazing how much you could see of him, like the features, his face, his nose, and even though he wasn't fully formed, you could still have like an idea. And so I'm going to be doing a 5D scan now at 25 weeks, and then I'm going to be doing another one at approximately 31 weeks, just so we can see the difference from 17 weeks to 25 weeks and then to like 31 weeks. So it's going to be really exciting. So also that's another video that I probably will be posting sometime during next week, as we have it at the beginning of the week. I'm going to be filming and vlogging that day as well. And that's about it. I will be doing another pregnancy update a bit later on, so we have some like differences and I can compare to, and of course if there's any major differences, I will update you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, I will be doing one within the next few weeks, and it's going to be great. So even in the future, I can look back on these, and like, because we want to have more kids, I can then see my babies, like how I felt with one pregnancy and then how I felt with a future pregnancy. Quickly, last of all, before I forget this, I'm going to show you a belly shot so you can see the bump and how he's growing, and yeah. For today, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're not subscribed yet. And yeah, the next week I'll be uploading the 5D scan, so stay tuned. And thank you so much for all of you watching and for all the support so far. Thank you.
I was doing just fine before I met you. I drank too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay.